Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Baldr Sky, Dive 1. So, I just came back from the gym and I haven't really eaten my food yet. It's actually just sitting in the dining room. I bought some, KFC, and I'll probably air fry it at like 6 or something. I'm trying to lower my weight a tiny bit. Like right now, I'm hovering between 73 and 73.5. I'm maybe gonna try to maintain at 72 or 72.5. Like because I don't know, I feel like I'm getting a bit too fat. The pull-ups are getting quite difficult, But yeah, I also bought myself a new XLR cable, so hopefully there's no issue with the audio after what happened on the previous episode. I think it really was just because my XLR cable was a bit short, so it might have been getting a bit pulled when I'm moving around the mic on my microphone arm, right? But yeah, I haven't really recorded in about 2 episodes or something, right, for Baldr Sky, because I was playing this game called Volcano Princess, and it's a pretty interesting kind of kid raising simulator, if you guys know something like Princess Maker. But yeah, interesting game, and it's charming, I feel like when I played that game, it's pretty nice. The artwork is nice, the music is nice, the voice acting is only very minor, but it's also not that bad, right? But after some time, I start to realize that this game is mostly just stat check, right? Sadly, there's no adaptability when it comes to just what checks there are every single time that you progress through the story, which is a bit disappointing since, what is it? If there was events or something that would change depending on what stat you are at specific parts of the story, then I feel like it would have been a lot more interesting. But sadly, this was only the only thing that changes is the ending, right? So throughout the whole game, you're basically doing the same thing again and again. Well, I wouldn't say the same thing again and again, but if you were to replay the game, there's no replayability unless you unless you didn't min-max like I do. But that's just the type of person I am, right? When I play games, I try to min-max. So I'm guessing those sort of games maybe just aren't for me. But it was pretty fun though. It was pretty fun and I did enjoy it. But the implication of the fact that there is a simulator for raising kids is a bit disturbing, don't you think? Means that the demographic is probably people who are like me, who don't have kids, that kind of just want to see how it feels. And it kind of feels nice. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to be that easy. Since in the game, you kind of have full control of your kids, right? But in real life, of course, you don't have that. But okay, enough about my banter. Let's talk about the last episode recap. So in the last episode, we went outside of that area where we where was it? I think we met up with Anon and also Father Gregory. I forgot which place it was, but I know that Anon got taken over by, Anon's avatar got taken by Father Gregory again. But yeah, we logged out and we saw that Rain was wounded, and we were trying to get to Noi, right? And when we got to Noi, we also got a blackout inside of our mind because I guess we were very tired too. Thankfully, we blacked out outside of Noi's clinic, so she went ahead and fixed us up. After that, I forgot where we went. I don't think we went anywhere. I actually do think we're still in Noi's territory, or we're still in Noi's clinic. But what's the name? Ko. There we go. I'm trying to remember the names again. What Ko did was he logged into the ether, right? And because he found out that this bug or something that he put on Anon was gone, means that something happened to the avatar. And he was going to the place where it lost contact, which was another of Father Gregory's or Dominion's domain again. And yeah, after the confrontation, we saw, Sora again. Well, I guess we didn't saw Sora. Father Dominion didn't actually try to trick us with Sora again. He was just telling us about, how you're gonna regret finding out the truth about your past or blah, blah, blah. And then we saw that Sora kind of died and turned into a slime or something. I kind of remember that, but then Ku/Sora or whatever came and told us of a different ending about how we actually did save Sora, and Sora said that we kind of lost our eyes and we can't see, right? And if we were to lose our eyes, she's gonna be our eyes. Which makes me think that Ku/Sora at the moment is probably way more powerful than, Mother or Eve at this point. Because Mother or Eve, they're AIs, but they're AIs that don't really understand the human emotions, right? I mean, they're trying to. After we saw like a lot of the flashbacks, we know that they were trying to understand humans, but it was kind of difficult for them to do so, right? Since they don't really have emotions and feelings and whatnot. But I do think that this Ku/Sora thing is probably going to be a lot more human than these other AIs we have. Which I don't really know is even a good thing, to be honest. Because if you think about it, like, I personally think that robots should be, or not robots, I guess, like AI should be neutral for the most part. Because when AI is neutral, you can kind of clearly see the objectivity of, an impartial side, right? But when it comes to humans and when their like emotions get in the way of something, that, in my opinion, that brings more it brings more negatives than it does positives, right? So I don't know how the game is gonna become after this, but I do know that for the fact that Sora/Ku is probably something like Mother or Eve right now, and I don't really like it. But yeah, after that, we also saw Rain come to the area we were at, and we got into like back-to-back flashbacks about Rain really liking us, and that kind of put me off of the game, which was I ended the episode the way I did. But yeah, I believe this is still another flashback, or we're still inside of the flashback. Or maybe not. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. My controller is doing its thing again about double clicking. I jump out of bed. Is this my room in Kisaragi dorm? When did I come back here? Okay, maybe we're not in the flashback anymore. We're actually in the Kisaragi dorm that was in, that place in... I'm saying in a lot. But, the like internet place where the Kisaragi dorm was at. I forgot the name. Archive City? Arcove? Something like that, right? No. I don't really remember how things are, but that was probably a dream. No, it's not! What? Is this the room Aki recreated? I don't recall coming to the Arc space, though. There we go, Arc.
Ohayo, Ko.
As I become confused, a familiar voice calls out to me.
どうしたの? 早く起きないと遅刻するよ.
Am I like being mind hacked again? I actually thought this was the real world, or not the real world, but like the cyberspace. But I think this is all in our minds. Am I still dreaming? Or did I finally wake up from a bad nightmare? I look at her in confusion, and it makes my heart sting.
さあ、早く起きて。一緒に学園へ行きましょう。いや、違うな。
It's all off somehow. The tatami is a basic texture, and there's not much care in the details. And most importantly, I'm not drowsy enough to be unable to tell the difference between an NPC and an avatar. So even though we're inside of cyberspace, we can still be simulated. See, this is like a bit crazy. I still need to know the boundaries that the game has to offer, right? Like, what can they do? What exactly can they do? Like, what's the limit of what they can do? As I said, I'm going back to my theory again about how if Ko is actually already dead and then there's a sub-chip or his brain chip survive, couldn't we just put him into a different body? The surroundings suddenly change, and I'm now surrounded by a grayish scenery. It's an empty room without any sort of decor. Am I in jail?
さすがだ。我々の巨像では10秒もごまかせなかったようだ。神父
I reflexively get up, but my legs fall behind and I collapse. It's only now that I realize there are leather belts on my hands and legs.
レイ、聞こえるか
My chant gets no response.
暴れられては困るので、おとなしくさせてもらっているよ。
But yeah, other than the fact that those flashbacks kind of get in the way of all of the crazy things that are happening in the game, I actually really like this game. The flashbacks just felt a bit forced, you know? I wish like we just get the flashback in like huge chunks instead of them being spread out when we're clearly in a very intense situation in the present, right?
なんだ SM プレイでもしようっていうのか
君が望むならそれもまた一興だろう。
He materializes his arm chainsaws and revs them up.
それはもう SM なんてもんじゃねえ
Am I about to join the torn corpses? The moment I think that, the priest throws his arm down. There's no pain. Did he just remove the belt from us? The blade is stuck in the floor, cutting only the belt that restrained one of my legs.
君が今すぐに死にたいのであれば、他の場所も両断してみせる。
そいつは結構遠慮するよまだ織田仏になるには早いんでね
I try acting tough, but there's some cold sweat on my brow.
私も君がこの世にとどまっている間に聞いておく。
He grabs my arm and pulls me to him with bear-like strength. Sometime later, Father Gregory is leading me around the gray structure. I actually do like Father Gregory. I really do hope that we don't deal with him in this current route. Or even if we do, he still has, you know, some relevance to the other routes that we're going to be looking at. Because I do like how crazy he is, and it doesn't seem like he's a villain for the sake of being a villain. There's definitely something that's driving him forward. You know, I feel like this bullshit about Sophia, or no, not Sophia. Sophia is 99, sorry. You could call this a city if it didn't look so organic. It's as if it was designed by some xenomorph. What is a xenomorph?
この構造体あんたらが作ったのか
ここは見捨てられた領域。いや、存在しないはずの領域だ。
頼むから普通に説明してくれないか
Either that or shut up forever.
ここはかつて軍人と学者たちが研究プロジェクトのために作り出した構造体だ。
Okay, you could just say this was something like, you know, the garbage city or whatever you call it, the anonymous city. Well, I guess it's not really the anonymous city. It's not like this place is known by even 4chaners, right? Yeah, 4chaners probably go to anonymous city to do some crazy shit, but this one is probably just you know, a dead space.
統合軍の環境デザイナーにも頭がおかしいのがいるらしいな
この構造体には成長因子が組み込まれている。それがこのように成長するとは彼らも予測できていなかったのだ。
So it grows along as time goes on? Interesting. So the space gets bigger and bigger as time goes on, but I wonder why it's not traceable.
成長因子ね何をどうすればこんな歪んだ成長をするのやらこれも世紀末の予兆だったりするのか
The priest ignores my sarcasm and continues talking with a plain smile on his face. It probably takes in the data of what's happening, you know, at the small space that was going on first. And the fact that it got this creepy means that we probably did some pretty inhumane stuff here, I'm guessing.
彼らはプロジェクト終了後、この構造体の情報を消去し、ネット上から消し去った。
つまりここは消し忘れの構造体それをあんたが見つけて 不法占拠したと。
いいな。確かに構造体は消されたが AI はその存在をこうして覚えていたわけだ。
Yeah, that's fair.
仮想空間は AI の意識構造そのもののモデルだ。競争意識から物体が消えても AI が忘れない限りそれは真相に沈み続ける。
Yeah, which also like makes a crazy thing, right? Since remember that Mother is connected to everyone that's a second gen in Kisaragi High. So technically speaking, if you salvage Mother, wouldn't she have everyone's virtual data, right? That's crazy.
我々はそれを浮上させたのだ。
So they recreated a new structure using the structural data left within the AI's memory. Why would they waste time on that? This mutated appearance must have touched their insane sense of beauty.
しかしこんなクソ目立つ構造体の存在に CDF やゴートが気づかないわけがないだろう。
I agree.
どうしてここが野放しになってる。
That's what I was saying before, Carol. I'm actually curious about that. Does CDF or GOAT have people with ties to the Minion or something?
そもそも俺もアナンの首輪を追ってここにいとも簡単にムーブしてきたんだが。
ここはどこ？
ここはここだろう。
Oh, sorry about that. I look at the coordinates again, and they make me gasp. They're completely different than the ones I used for the move. Not only that, but they seem to be actually changing. Is it a display glitch? Some sort of trick? The laws of the net don't really allow something like this. What, so is this something like, you know, the place actually changes every second of its being? Or what, is this something like they're using like multiple VPNs so that it's not traceable where this is?
だから言ったのだ。存在しないはずの領域を浮上させた。
Better not think about the logic behind it. I hate it, but I'll just take his word for it.
で今日は神父様自らがその浮上させた構造体の観光案内をしてくれるのかい？
You know, surprisingly, he's actually being quite amicable with us.
そのつもりだ。君から彼女のことを聞き出すにはある程度の知識が必要そうだからな。
I mean, he did call the Sora slash Ku we saw to be Sophia. So maybe that was the AI that he wants to see?
彼女って
The first face that comes to mind is that girl.
まだ情報の流入が続いている。
Yeah, the fact that she's saying that means that maybe Sora is still alive. Because remember, Sora's chip is directly tied to, you know, Ku's, what do you call it? Avatar, I guess? So does that mean that Ku is alive, but this is not Ku. So why isn't Ku going to us? It's not as if, like, if she became a superior AI like Mother or Eve, she's not able, we're not able to see her, right? We were able to see Mother just fine. Is she, like, doing something in the background or what? The avatar that seems like both Sora and Ku, and neither at the same time. This reminds me that this lunatic actually cried upon seeing her.
そして君は彼女に会った。いや、君が彼女を呼び寄せたのかもしれない。
一体そりゃどういうことだよ。
I mean, clearly Ku slash Sora has attachment to Yuko. See, which really is quite disturbing, don't you think? If something like a superior AI, which is like a Mother, has any feelings or any, like, what, not feelings, I guess, what do you call it? Any, preferential treatment to a specific individual, don't you think that's fucked up? Right? I don't think AI should have something like this. That's bad, guys. Unless it's for personal use, which clearly the AI in this world is not being used for personal use. At least the superior AI types.
それを説明するためには君にはもっと 我々を理解してもらう必要があるようだ。
Just what is his true intention? Am I about to be brainwashed into believing his insane dogma? As I think, I look at his face to read his expression, but honestly, I think I'd have more luck reading festival masks.
俺はあんたらの競技なんか興味はねえ。それよりレインは一体どこなんだ。
無論彼女にも合わせてやろう。ついてきたま。
He turns his back to me and walks off with an air of confidence. His back is so large. If my hands were free and I had a weapon, I'd be able to kill him easily.
どうしたのかね、シュウ。
いや、なんでもない。それにしても随分信者を集めたもんだな。一体どんな勧誘をしているんだ。
Just how many sane people would want to associate with, let alone revere, a priest who swings around chainsaws?
世界を動かす力の一つは恐怖。特に死への恐怖。死に別れることへの恐怖は理性では抗いがたいものだ。
Yeah, I'm pretty afraid of death, but I'm not really afraid of, other people's death. I'm afraid of my own death. But, that's because I don't really love anyone, right? I could definitely feel like if I were to love someone and they die, then yeah, I would probably be feeling a bit, depressed. I wouldn't really think that I wouldn't live my life though, even if my significant other died. Maybe, I don't know, depends on how the death occur, I guess. If she died peacefully and she died happily, then I probably wouldn't mind. But if it was because of some, other reasons, then maybe I would be.
私はその恐怖から人々を救済する。私の言葉が真実であるがゆえに、人々はここに集う。ただ、それだけの話だ。
つまりあんたはみんなに来世を保証して死に別れた愛する者との再会を約束できる大層ありがたい神父様であると、そんな感じだ。
Maybe.
いかに。
クソ。
亡き人の思い出を利用するのです。
Can you really blame him though? I mean, the fact that he's doing this means that he is pretty smart, right? And he even admits to it. People need, or I wouldn't say that people need this sort of salvation, but people fall into this sort of like false salvation very easily. And those are weak people. I remember Rain's face from back then, as well as the experience from my waking up just now, and become extremely mad.
思った通り。いや、それ以上のクソだな。NPC と出来損ないの仮想空間で鈍い連中を騙しているってわけかよ。
それがイニシエーションなのだ。
He makes a warped, smile-like expression and exaggeratedly raises arms.
騙しているわけではない。人は自分の理解力に応じた真理にしかたどり着けない。一歩ずつ段階を踏んで悟るしかない。
I mean, I agree with that, but I don't know whether or not your information is actually enlightenment.
いい加減にしろよ。わけのわからない言葉を並べ立てて詐欺を正当化するのはやめ。
理解できぬことを否定する。いいな。理解できないふりをするな。愚か者でありたくないのならば。
The priest suddenly becomes enraged, grabs me by the shoulders, and pushes me against the wall like a bulldozer.
君も見たはずだ。なぜ奇跡を目の当たりにしながら、それでもまだ目を背け続けるのか。
He bashes me against the wall over and over. The pain makes my vision so hazy that his face stops looking human to me. At this rate, he'll kill me. Right before my consciousness shuts down, he lets go of me. He extends his hand to me, smiling as if nothing happened just now. A chill goes down my spine. This really is a true madman.
君はネット空間に屍が残るようになったことの意味合いがわかるかね。
It means that their data isn't really gone. I talked about this to Aki.
AI が人の欲求を理解し、その結果ロジックが改変され、屍がネットに残るようになっただろう。
So human desires the body, the physical manifestation of people who are still dead? I don't know. I personally don't think I care too much about the body itself, right?
そう、同時にそれは AI が死という概念を学習する第一歩だった。
Maybe the AI is learning to actually want to reanimate the dead and see if people can see the difference. Is that what he's trying to say? He slowly nods and talks as though lecturing me.
電子体は人の精神と肉体をネットに複写したものだ。 AI がリアルボディを観測し、その写しみを仮想空間に再現する。そして複写された肉体は屍になる。では屍の精神はどうなると思うかね。
It should be inside of the AI.
どうもならない。ただ消え去るだけだ。
No! Ko! See, this is why I think that Ko is retarded. I keep saying this in, you know, a lot of my older episodes, right? Ko clearly is living in this, like, sci-fi world, but he doesn't think that AI is amazing enough that they're able to, you know, just take the data and then reanimate them. Ko, what the fuck? Like, he still believes in this, like, concept of, you know, humans that are in the internet having souls and bullshit like that. I don't think that applies on the cyberspace, Ko. In the world, sure. But in cyberspace where AI has full control of you, I don't think so.
しかし、死者の記憶を AI は覚えている。そして、人の自我は記憶により構成される。
Yeah, I agree with that. I think AI is more than capable to do that.
では、死者の記憶から電子体を構成すれば、一体何が生まれると思うかね。
Yeah, as I said, the AI is trying to do some experiment to see whether or not we can distinguish whether people who are dead, you know, the character, the avatar that's being controlled by humans, are going to be the same, right, as the one that are controlled by AI.
ワイヤードゴーストが生まれるとでも言いたいのか。
There were urban legends, fairy tales of the spirits of the dead wandering the net as avatars ever since cyberspace was created. They're called wired ghosts, and of course, they never leave the realm of the occult.
電子体はあくまでもデータの塊だ。データを操るのは肉体を持った人の意識だ。
Are you sure about that? Like, AI is connected to everyone, or, you know, every second gen, Ko. Why would you say that? Clearly, AI... Wow, Ko is more retarded than I thought, man.
単なるデータの塊にはどうやっても意識が生じない。あんたもそんなことは分かっているんだろ。
I mean, yes, as I said, it's not consciousness, but if you replicate people enough that they're not able to distinguish it, then doesn't that make them able to replace them, you know? Like, we're not talking about consciousness here. And I don't think that Father Gregory even cares about the consciousness at this point, too. He's talking about carbon copies, right?
しかし、今のところは単なるゴーストでしかない。NPC に等しい疑似人格のような存在だ。だが、いずれ屍がネットに残るように、残された記憶が形をなすようにもなるだろう。心からそれを欲する者が多ければ。
バカバカしい。AI はリアルさと整合性を優先させる。幽霊が歩き回る世界なんて作るわけがない。
Consistency with reality. Consistency with reality is based on, you know, our minds, though, still.
しかし、現に君も彼女が現れるのを見たではないか。ナノマシンに妖怪されたはずの恋人。
His words sting my heart. Listening to him makes me uneasy. I mean, I saw exactly what he's talking about.
単純に考えて、空が実は生きていた可能性の方が高いと思うがな。
And if she's alive, why is an NPC saying that, Ko? Even if she's alive, then why is an NPC saying all that? I mean, I also have memories where we're walking around a ruined city. If that memory isn't false, then it's possible that Sora is still alive.
真相は彼女に尋ねるのが一番だろう。そして君がここにいればまた彼女が出現するに違いない。
それが俺を生かしてくれている理由か。
Instead of answering, he raises his thick fingers and snaps them. A wall in the structure opens up, and the chains binding me fall to the ground.
君のことはこの奥だ。会いに行ってやりたまえ。
The priest is defenseless. Clenching my now free hand, I consider my options. No, I can't win against him unarmed. Checking on Rain takes priority right now.
一緒についてきてほしいのかね。
結構だ。
I go through the door. I hope this isn't some, fan service scene where we see Rain being tortured and, it's an H scene or whatever. This is her house. Or rather, a cyberspace made to look like it. The lack of detail makes it obvious. I look around and feel a chill go down my spine. There are corpses all over, and all of them belong to Rain's mother. One is lying on the sofa with a broken neck. One has marks of strangulation on her neck. One is bleeding with her upper body sticking out through the broken window. I guess they kept reanimating the body, and she kept killing them. Finally, I hear someone softly crying.
レイン俺だおい一体どこにいるんだ
もういや。もう私に構わないで。
I hear some sad moaning. I strain my ears and walk while searching for the source. I still need to understand Rain's connection to her mom. From what we know of her mom, she seems like a pretty weak-willed person. And sure, she might have given Rain some preferential treatment and maybe treated her pretty well, but... I don't know. I feel like the mom isn't really someone I care about. Right? So far, she's a bit underdeveloped in terms of character development. Rain is standing deeper in the room, so I don't really understand Rain's, anguish when she kills her mom. Like, I feel like if I were to see a carbon copy of my mom, and then she starts talking bullshit to me, I wouldn't mind killing her with no remorse. Like, no emotion whatsoever. I'm like, what the fuck?
レイン
I lose my words and freeze. There are corpses of her mother next to her too.
お母様、ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい、お母様。お母さん。
レインしっかりしろ
I run up to and shake her, but she doesn't even look at me. Then again, from all of the memories that we see of Rain, she was kind of a timid girl, right? Maybe this is just where her, bravado is just all gone. She's still a timid girl at heart. She was just faking it. Crap, she's completely out of it. The moment I raise my hand to slap her, an empty voice resounds.
レインちゃん、どうしてこんなひどいことをするの？
I turn around and see Rain's mother, Ada Kirishima. Rain screams and jumps at her mother like a hungry lioness.
レインおい
あなたは死んだ。死んだんです。騙されない。私は騙されない。
Between her screams, I hear a neck snap. Blood rushes out of her mother's mouth, dirtying Rain's face.
殺しちゃった。また
I guess maybe the reason why she feels this way is the fact that, she... Even when she killed these, carbon copies, when I was younger, I also felt that I inadvertently also contributed to my mom dying, right? But as I grew up, I realized that I didn't really... I don't think so. I was 7 years old at the time, and what can a kid do, right? I try to logic it out, and my brain is telling me, no, Azai. If you think that, you're actually retarded. What can a 7-year-old do to prevent someone's death? Your brain's not even fully developed yet. So that's how I cope with that mechanism, or, how I cope with that event in my past. But I guess Rain never coped with that situation, and she actually did still have feelings that, she killed. Or whatever she did, inadvertently killed her mom. And she never forgave her for that. She never forgave herself, After whispering that with an empty tone, Rain lets go of her mother and covers her own face with her bloody hands. Rain tries to escape the false space by killing her mother over and over. Just how many times did she go through this now? Even if she knew this was fake, the realistic feeling of killing someone must have made her snap.
しっかりしろレインレイン俺だ門倉こうだ
I run up to Rain, embrace her, and scream into her ear. I use the direct X thing again, by the way, and yeah, it actually does make a difference in when you're zooming on these sprites. They make it so smooth. Before, they were kind of pixelated. Sadly, my words don't reach her. She looks at the empty space with vacant eyes and just keeps on crying. Gotta make sure to save my game though. Not sure when my PC is gonna crash the game.
一体どうしてこんなひどいことができるんだよ
彼女はもう君と出会う前から潜在的には我々の同志だったのだよ。
I hear the priest's voice from somewhere.
彼女が苦しむのはたとえ虚像であっても母親の胸に抱かれたいと本心では思っているからだ。
I mean, I probably desire love too, but I don't know. I don't really think I want love for my fake mother. I don't know. The way I kind of see love is also a bit warped though, so...
当たり前だろ人間なら誰だってそんなもの
彼女がそうできない責任は君にある。彼女を取り戻したいんなら君が何とかしたまえ。
俺がどうしたってくそもっとちゃんと説明しやがれ
I shout but get no response. I'm kind of weirded out by the fact that the father, didn't just straight up kill Rain. What's the point of making us meet her here? Does he actually want us to save her? I mean, clearly if we were never met up with Rain here, she's gonna break at some point and she's gonna join the cult. I don't know, my lack of empathy towards Rain is clearly showing right now. I don't really care what's going on with her. Rain whimpers and tries to escape my hands like a child throwing a tantrum. I gotta do something. I need to find a way to bring her back. I embrace her tight and push my lips against hers. Rain stops moving, her fearful eyes are open wide. Are we just gonna have sex while the priest is watching us outside? Gonna be one of the weirdest H scene ever, but sure. She quickly closes them and clings to me so hard it hurts. I put my hand above her chest and check. Rain takes it out from below her clothes and shows it to me.
覚えているか、レイ。俺たちが最初に話をしたとき、プレゼントしたペンダントだ。
Light comes back to her eyes, and her shapely face warps as she begins to cry.
レイ、もう大丈夫だから。
This is how she really is. Rain was actually a frail, fearful, sensitive girl. That's why she gathered the courage to train herself and win over her pitiful, scared self. I feel that now more than ever. It makes me so emotional that I can't help holding her tighter. Rain clung to me and cried for a good while. Just how much time has passed. So yeah, why did the priest actually show this Rain? Really weird to me. He could have just took us, you know, in another like secluded place. At some point, if we can't get out, I'm sure that Ku/Sora would try to save us by doing something, right? I feel like this is weird. The fact that he let us meet up with Rain. It's not as if he's trying to make us, you know, he's trying to make us like him too. I open my eyes and see Rain absentmindedly stare at a wall here. I hold her by the shoulders and caress her head. Rain nods a little and begins talking.
ああ。
以来、母はどこか心を病んでしまいました。一日中ベッドに座って没入しているか、ぼーっと壁を見つめているだけで。そのうち、私にも話しかけてくれなくなって。
Why would she get a mental illness?
物言わぬ母の隣に寝そべり、お母様が正気に戻ってくれるのを祈り続けました。その時は知らなかったのですが、その頃すでに母はドミニオンに入信していたそうです。
What happened that made her develop the mental illness though? Like, why does she even want Dominion? Was there someone that died that she wants to take back? Or was she just reminiscing about the old days that, you know, the dad was kind to her back then or something? I don't know.
辛かったろうな。
Ask the real questions, Go. Am I just that insensitive or insensitive? What's going on? Like, I feel like that's not enough context for me to understand. I spent time with my sickly mother too, so I can relate to her far too well.
あの日も私が学園から帰ってみると、母はベッドに寝たきりで、私は母が目覚めるのを待つために母の隣で眠りました。なのに母の体はどんどん冷たくなって。
Okay, I guess she died in her home. Was it suicide? I don't think so. Dominion doesn't really want people to suicide, right?
温めてあげたくて母の体を抱きしめて、なのに腕の中で体はどんどん冷たくなって。
I mean, she's not saying anything about blood, so I don't think it's suicide.
目が覚めれば私は病院にいて、母が他の兄弟員と一緒にネットで命を絶ったことを聞かされたのです。
Okay, she killed herself in the internet. Rain stops talking and wipes her eyes. That's weird though. Maybe Dominion back then was not as it was right now. Maybe they actually were just some typical, like, you know, cult back then. If you guys don't know, in Japan, there's actually a lot of really weird cults where they want people to die along with you or something. Like, I find that really disturbing. If you want to die, don't bring people along with you. Like, just die alone. No one cares about you, and if you want to die yourself. I legit think those people should just die themselves. Like, yeah, that's my take on it. If you want to die, die alone. Don't let other people, don't bring other people along with your death. Then she clenches her teeth and continues sulking. But I know just how very frail humans are, right? They're garbage. They're afraid to die alone. That's why they seek other people to die with them. It's not as if I don't understand, guys, but I hate that mentality.
それから何年か過ぎて、ネットにダイブできる年になった頃、私はネットで母に再会したのです。
Oh, maybe back then Dominion told them... Wait, that still doesn't make sense though. Why would they make them kill themselves? They wanted other people's bodies, or they wanted people to believe in, people that are already dead. They don't want to kill people.
母は私をドミニオンの教会へ連れ出し、それから何度もネットで母と密会しました。
I mean, clearly at that point, it's not your mom anymore. She was being controlled, or, the data was being controlled by Father Gregory.
お母さんの NPC だな。
子供心にそれが本当の母でないのは分かっていました。
I guess back then that's how they grew their size.
けれど、その時の私はそれを認めることができなくて、父はそんな私の行動に気づいていたようです。ある日、ダイブした私を父と部下の方々が追跡して。
What were you trying to do? I knew it wasn't really her. Okay. You couldn't bring yourself to accept that, I see.
ドミニオンのアジトを検挙し、父自らが母のゴーストを破壊しました。まるで母を二度殺されたようなショックで、理屈抜きに父の行為が許せませんでした。
I mean, if I was your dad, I would have done the same. But as a kid, I could also understand that you wouldn't forgive that. A bit stupid, of course, but I feel like if I was the dad, I would probably think that without me telling you. If you're a smart person, you understand why I did so, right? Once done talking, Rain sighs heavily. Her tears fall to the floor.
以来、お父さんとうまくいっていないわけか。
I sigh too. It reminds me of my own relationship with my dad.
理屈では分かっているのです。父は NPC を破壊しただけ、私をドミニオンから救い出すための行為だったと。
Man, you guys really don't understand how it feels to have bad parents. He was actually a pretty good guy if that's what he did, Raina.
しかし、教団に母を追い込んだのは父です。おまけに事件以後、父はさらに意固地になってしまって、仲直りするきっかけさえ与えてくれませんでした。
イサオ長官が反 AI 主義者なのも、その事件が原因だったりするのか。
はい。事件をきっかけに、父は極端な反 AI 思想に傾倒し、
I mean, I could also understand that too. As someone who saw his wife being reanimated, right? That's kind of desecrating the dead, right?
私にもダイブを禁じて、進学の時も無理やり報奨に通わされたのです。
そういえば、本当は青春に行きたかったとか言ってたな。
I remember the dream from this morning. So that's why she showed up at our school so often. But man, I don't know how to console her at all. All I can do is hold her hand.
なんか妙な気持ちです。
That seemed to be enough for her. She gives me a smile. It's a really bitter one though. My heart hurts just looking at it.
悲しいのに、涙が止まらないのに、妙にすっきりした気分で。何なんでしょうね、これって。
You're facing your feelings straight ahead, Reina. Sometimes when you bottle it up, you don't really know what to do with those feelings, but after you introspect yourself and you voice it out, right? You need to understand the reason why you feel that way, is what I'm trying to say. So right now, I feel like she's accepting everything that she's been doing, right? Rain holds my hand and brings her half-crying, half-laughing face closer.
痛感しました。私は心のどこかで母がドミニオンに囚われ、本当は生きていたと思っていたかったのでしょうね。
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. My mom died when I was very, very young, so the concept of death to me is just, not being able to see anyone ever again. So I don't really care too much if they suddenly came back at my doorstep. I'd be weirded out, but I wouldn't accept them too for sure. But I don't know. I'm kind of a weird person, I guess. I'm not really a good example of what other people would probably do, or what the majority of people would do.
だから母の NPC を破壊しているうちに反響欄になってしまって、注意が助けに来てくださらなければ心が砕けていたに違いありません。
Yeah, and that probably would have been better for Dominion, for Father Gregory. Why did we get to this point? Father Gregory is actually pissing me off because he's actually a dumb fuck. Why would you want Ko to save Rain? This girl doesn't matter in the long run, does it?
お互い様さ。空の NPC が襲ってきた時も、レインが張り飛ばしてくれなかったら、きっと正気には戻れなかった。
I guess we'll see whether or not this is some sort of machinations in his brain. The fact that we saved Rain here. I feel like it was a misplay though. I'm talking as if this is chess or something. But yeah, I feel like what he did was stupid. Saying that makes my heart hurt. Emotional wounds don't heal easily. Rain falls silent and lies against me. With her cheek on my chest, she heaves a sigh.
こんな状況なのに、こうしていると安心です。
ああ、それは俺も同じさ。
I hug her head and think. I always wondered how Dominion got such a large following. But after seeing Rain, I think I finally have my answer. Many lost their loved ones to Great Christmas. The possibility of meeting their ghosts. No. The devilish whispers of them coming back as ghosts would surely attract many. Now, to find out Dominion's goal. They sheltered Drexler, used the Non, and produced military-use Assembler. How does Gregory's talk of wired ghosts connect to Assembler? Not sure. What do they want to do? What do they want to use Assembler for? Kill more people? Maybe? I don't know. Also, why did Rain hide the fact that we met in our school years? Rain actually fell asleep. This experience must have been tiring.
レイ、せめて今はいい夢を見てくれ。
She probably knows something about Sora that happened in the Great Christmas that we don't know about. Something that makes her sure that Sora is dead.
攻略作戦その12。
Because clearly Rain was also pretty sure that Sora is dead, right? And I hate these flashbacks, guys. It's a strong word, but I hate them.
おー。ってわけで私たちいろいろ作戦を練ってきたわけですが、本当にいろいろやりましたね。
We both saw and all the plans flashed through my mind.
しかし、きっかけを作るのがこんなに難しいこととは思ってもいませんでした。だよね。今のところ作戦は失敗の連続だもんね。これで0勝10敗1引き分け。ボス先輩にちゃんとお話しするです。
Says the person that actually never talks to him. Whatever you say, Makoto.
あのね、まこちゃん。そういう植物的な考えは禁物よ。第一、いきなり声なんかかけちゃって、普段から逆難に慣れてる、遊んでる子とかそんな風に思われちゃったらどうするの？
Then just explain that she's been, she's the girl that was saved by him.
それは困ります。でしょ？やっぱり必要なのはドラマと家庭。一歩ずつステップアップしていかなくちゃ。
God, I really don't like Sora, guys. I really don't like her. There's no need for drama and progression in a relationship. Just let it just naturally, turn into something. But first thing you need to do is get to know each other. If you don't, there's no way anything is gonna happen.
足踏みしてるです。その1段目が一番難しいのよ。それに 私が思うに彼女にはいきなり声をかけるなんてちょっと無理だと思うんだけど。
Then you introduce her to me. You're my friend. Both of you are my friend. Sora and Makoto both look at me. I hazily imagine myself doing it.
声をかけたら何を話せばあの方に答えられたらその後どうすれば
Yeah, someone like Rain is also someone I don't like. It's just, what is it like? Someone like this to me is, oh my god, I don't want someone like this to be my friend. Just be, just be natural.
ね、やっぱりきっかけを作らないと。ってなわけで頑張って初子貫徹しなくちゃだわよ。
Before we can respond, Sora takes my and Makoto's hands and drags us away.
待って、もう本当に強引なんですから。
Yeah, I do think the romance in this game is probably its weakest thing.
お弁当差し入れ大作戦。
Everything else is pretty strong, but the romance, yeah, I'm probably just gonna try to ignore the romance if I can. Let me save my game though.
今回のテーマは素材のうまさに頼って極力難しい調理を避けたお弁当ってことで。ねえ、ちゃんと食材は用意してきたわね。ええ、もちろんですよ。
Sora looks at me and I take out various ingredients from the bag.
うなぎ産地直送パック、紀州の梅干し、温室栽培季節外れのスイカ、天ぷらに最適おナスにエビ、新鮮なレバ刺し。
Liver sashimi? I've never actually eaten liver as sashimi before. Is that good? I'm not saying as in the taste is good. Isn't that very dangerous? Liver is one of those things where if you don't cook them properly, you might, it's actually bad, isn't it?
お蕎麦と付け合わせにみょうがを少々。付け合わせ大問題。大丈夫ですよ。ほら、お重箱を用意してきましたから。
Slightly proud, I take out the large lunchbox.
それ、すごい。
Is this after Ko got that food poisoning from the oysters or not? She didn't mention oysters, so this might be after.
まだよまだ。じゃじゃーん、本日のメインディッシュ。
Sora then proudly takes out another box.
何ですかこれ。
There are slimy animals moving around the inside of the box.
牡蠣よ、生の牡蠣、キングオブ海産物。本当にほっぺが落ちそうなぐらい美味しいんだから。
Oh, this is before, I assume.
海ってすごいんですね。こんな生き物が生息していたなんて。
I actually do like oysters, guys. They're pretty delicious.
でもいいんですか？そんなに美味しいのならお値段も高いのでは。いいの。海に行ったらなんだかいっぱい落ちていたの。そう、私自らが拾ってきたの。すごいでしょ。
Yeah.
ありがとうございます。私なんかのために。
I really don't know. I can understand why we got food poisoning. What? This chick is insane. I know there's no, what do you call it? There's no, bad intention from her, but she really has a screw loose if she thinks that something that she just found at the ocean is gonna be, safe to eat. And she didn't cook it. She just sashimi it, right? Raw oyster, right? She serves raw oysters.
お姉ちゃんと。
Makoto almost says something but then falls silent. It must be because Sora's smile is just too bright.
で、あなたも今回は隠し玉が用意してあるんだよね。
Sometimes you need to rain on someone's parade if they're clearly going in the wrong direction, Makoto.
はい。
My cheeks are hot and I take out what she's talking about.
今回はお手紙を添えてみることにしました。おお、ラブレターを同封とは。お主成長したな。とはいえ、この前みたいに脅迫状みたいな文面じゃないよね。あれは
because you edited it. Before I can say that, Sora's expression changes.
でもあなたちょっと変わったよね。
She smiles differently than usual. It's a more mature, deeply moved expression. Yeah, all three of these characters, guys, I actually do not like. So, the fact that we have an event with all of these characters is, you know, not really giving me much joy. The characters that I do like is 1. Masa, 2. Chinatsu, and I'm kind of indifferent towards Nanoha. Towards Aki, I'm curious about her, but I don't necessarily think that's a like kind of thing, right? But yeah, Chinatsu and Masa are definitely one of my favorite characters so far.
春に会った時は正直この子大丈夫かなとか思ってたけど、今はよく笑うし、なんだか積極的になってきたし。それはいろいろありましたから。それはあなたが一緒にいてくれたから。私はあなたを見習っただけ。
So at this point in time, the mom isn't dead yet, I'm guessing. I hide those words away and feel something warm well up in my chest.
あいつもちょっと変わったのよね。なんだかうまく言えないけど、ああいうのちょっと大人になったっていうのかしら。
You know me for less than a year. How do you know that?
なんて。でも基本的には相変わらずバカなんだけどね。ソラさんも自分が変わっているのに気づいていないの？
My heart beats faster. It's a pain in my chest that's very different from the one I felt in spring.
ソラさんとあの人の関係が少しずつ変わっている。何がどう変わっているのかうまく言えないけれど。
As I pray, I take the letter and apply it behind a multi-layered lunchbox.
あなたが喜んでくれますように。そしてこの手紙を読んでくれますよ。
I feel like if I get a love letter, I would probably read it. But, you know, how do you even respond to a love letter, right? I mean, I'm guessing that if someone is actually putting love letters in my box or shoebox, they would be somewhere in the vicinity, right? They would probably be watching me whether or not I took the letter. And maybe what I would do is actually just say out loud the fact that, you know, if you don't have the courage to face me straight ahead and give me a love letter, then I don't think it's gonna work out. Maybe like scream out loud or something so that they hear. That's just the type of person I am, I guess. I raise my face and see Sora Minazuki, smiling with the evening sun shining behind her. It's an awkward smile that makes it seem like she's concerned about something. It makes my heart skip a beat.
やっぱりここにいたんだね。はい、することもありませんから。
I nod and try to close the shopping catalog in my vision.
何を見てるの？ひょっとしてクリスマスプレゼントのカタログ？ええ、まあ。へえ、私にも転送して。ほんほん。銀のアクセサリー？はい、これ最近の流行りなんだそうでして。何？クリスマスプレゼントで愛を告白しようって、まさかこれをあいつに
My face heats up and I nod.
そうなんだ。そりゃ素敵だね。だけどちょっとあいつには繊細すぎて似合わないかもしれませんね。このアクセサリーが流行っているのは送り合った品で相性の判定ができるからなんですよ。
What does that mean?
っていうと、どの品とどの品を送り合ったかで相性の判定ができるんです。例えば同じアクセサリーなら相性 100% とか。
I really don't understand this garbage like way of thinking. It really is stupidity to me.
最近はアクセサリー業界もアコギね。要はカップルでうちのアクセサリーを買えってことよね。
Surprisingly, you're pretty smart about that, Sora. That's a very pragmatic look of it.
正確にはうちのカタログで買えってことですね。でもそれで相性が悪かったら最悪じゃない？確率的には最悪の判定だって出るんだろうし。
I mean, people actually believe in this bullcrap.
おみくじと同じで悪い結果はほとんど出ないと噂されていますよ。特にある程度示し合わせて商品を買えば。そ それってなんかインチキよ。
True enough.
まあお遊びですから。それに私はインチキまでいけませんし。
She looks awkward. Oh, Sora.
力になってあげられなくて。そんな違いますよ。こうなったのは自分自身の責任ですし、ソラさんには本当に感謝していますから。
So yeah, of course, this is after the multi-layered lunchbox scene. A silent thought floats to my head, after we ate it, I mean.
それにソラさんの気持ちは私にはよくわかりますから。
Jealousy, sympathy, resignation, sadness. I'm feeling really complicated right now.
バカだよね、あいつ。表と裏でこんな美少女が2人もあれこれ世話を焼いてあげているのにね。ソラさん、気に入ったのがあったみたいですね。あまあそうね。ではカタログをコピーしますから、誰かに渡してみてはいかがですか？もうあいつじゃなくて、みんなプレゼント選んじゃってるはずだから。
Oh, sorry about that. I actually forgot to mute my mic when I was trying to clear my throat. For a moment, she doesn't look like herself.
絶対にトンチンカンなものを用意してるわ。私女の子とあまり認識してないっぽいし。
Maybe I actually didn't mute my mic or, yeah, when I was reading through the couple of dialogues here. My bad on that.
やっぱりソラさんがあの人から女の子扱いされたいよね。
I really wish you were a bit more confrontational about this, Reina. Because Sora clearly is, I hate her stereotype, the not honest with their feelings type. In my opinion, I don't want any one of my friends to be someone like that. If they want to be, if they want something, be straight up with me, right? I start feeling a bit mischievous.
でも送られたら素敵でしょうね。こんな素敵なアクセサリーを。まあそりゃ私だって女の子だもん。嬉しいとは思うけど。
She becomes all flustered, and seeing her like this makes me laugh out loud.
あなたちょっと変わったわよね。トラさんのおかげですよ。
Sora looks at me in surprise, then beams as if infected by my smile.
もう冬になっちゃったんだよね。早いものですよね。お父さんを説得して来年は青春に来なよ。大丈夫、私に考えがあるから。またお弁当作ってあげようよ。今度は生ものは抜きで。そうですね。やはり食べ物は加工調理するのが一番です。
I guess that's why she got, she really doesn't want us to eat raw food again back when we were in Midspire. The school chime rings out behind us.
いけない。もうこんな時間。じゃあ私ちょっと用があるから。ソラさん、あの人のことでお話が。それは来年話そうよ。とりあえずクリスマスを楽しもう。
So it's exactly Christmas right here? And clearly, we're not in a relationship right now, so what was the... Huh. Like, she seems to be developing feelings, but... Huh. Or maybe it's not Christmas, I don't know. Well, they were just talking about Christmas, so there's no way today is Christmas. So I guess she's just saying, she's just saying that. She waves goodbye and runs off. I raise my hand and wave back.
やはりこんなところにいたのか。
I feel a man's rough touch on my shoulder.
迫害から逃れたければ俺の女になれ。俺のものになれば安心して報奨に通えるようになる。
Okay. Yeah, we're clearly being shown the same dream.
コウさんも悪い夢を。
Like, I get it, guys. The fact that those flashbacks are being shown to us, like... it's clear that the Ku/Sora is showing me those dreams, right? But I really don't like them. I really do not.
そうでもなかったんだが、最後が良くなかった。
私もです。
あいつの顔は二度と見たくない。不愉快だ。
私もです。
でも途中までは楽しい夢だったんだ。親友があれこれ助けてくれる夢でね。
こちらの夢でも親友が私のためにいろいろと手を尽くしてくれて。
Just talk about the dream, guys. Clearly, you guys have the same dream.
でもその親友がおバカでね。
少々おっちょこちょいなところはありました。
その親友と来年の予定を語り合ったりして。
次のお弁当は生もの抜き。これ
Oh, sorry about that. Huh? No way, right? I examined the dream yet again. Memories I forgot had come back to me in a chain. A multi-layered lunchbox dream. A nano
そ
dream.
の親友とは来年も会おうって約束して。
I can't even imagine why I saw this dream, but...
なあ、レイ。
But if this dream was actually a glimpse of reality...
重箱のラブレター。見つけるの遅れてごめんな。そしてレインにとっても空はかけがえのない存在だったんだな。
Rain falls silent, making me all the more certain. I really don't like your input on this, Ku/Sora or whoever you are. You're kind of leading me into Rain's route by showing me those dreams. I get it that she's probably just trying to make Rain happy and also me happy, I guess, or more honest with our feelings, but I'm never one to actually like dancing in the palm of other people's hands. It feels like I'm being led around.
しかし下駄箱事件にはやっぱり空が噛んでたんだな。あいつ何か企んでいるとは思ってたが。
どうしてそれを。
Basically, the dreams I saw were Rain's memories from when she was a student. And it looks like Rain herself saw them too.
説明が難しいんだが。
It happened when Rain and I first met. After getting some canned coffee, I returned to the front of the chapel. Relieved that she's still there, I run up to her.
はい、これ。
どうもわざわざすみません。
She takes the can with both her hands as though embracing it, then gives me a slight bow. Yeah. After like our confrontation with, Priest Gregory or Father Gregory, and then they're showing me this, I feel let down once again with this episode. God, the romance in this game is atrocious. She must have had a good upbringing. Combined with her looks, her mannerisms really stand out. We sit down before the chapel. Instead of opening her can, she just stares at her fingers holding it. I see the crushed box yet again. The box I crushed. Let me save my game.
ほんとごめんな。本当に怪我とかしていないかい？
いえ、私も前をよく見ていませんでしたし。
What a relief. Her expression is a bit stiff, but she's smiling. It's better than an anxiety-worn crying face anyway.
門倉様。
様って。俺なんかこうとか呼び捨てで十分だよ。
そんな恐れ多くて呼び捨てなどできません。せめてこう様、いえ、こうさんと呼ばせてくださいませ。
わかったわかった。だったらそれでいいから。
すみません、こうさん。
She bashfully speaks my name. It's kind of charming.
じゃあ俺も君をレインさんって呼ぶよ。いいね。
それは遠慮しておきます。私はこうさんと同い年ですし。
そうなんだ。
I don't really understand why she started out by using Mr. for me then. Or you're a Sama. Wait, huh?
そういえばどうして俺の年を知ってるの？
今調べたのです。学園生のリストでこうさんの名前を。私も第二世代ですし。
It takes some impressive info searching ability to find that out in seconds while still maintaining a conversation with someone. Also, the fact that she just looked it up means that she didn't know my profile. That makes it clear that she's not the one behind the multi-layered lunchbox. I don't know whether I should be glad or sad about it. I guess I don't have to care. I already have someone I resolved to give a present to.
どうかされましたか？
いや、なんでもないよ。じゃあ霧島さんって呼ばせて。
はい、そうお望みなら。
I know I just thought I don't have to care about this, but I cannot but feel a bit bashful.
すみません。
She holds the crushed box with a slightly sad expression. I did say I would hear her out, but am I really the right person for this?
変なことを聞いてよろしいですか？
いいけど何かな？
コウさんは好きな女の人っていらっしゃいますか？
Her face comes to mine, making my heart skip a beat.
いるよ。一応だけどね。
告白はされたんですか？
ああ、一応。
She did, huh? I take out the box I was keeping in my pocket. This is a Christmas present, and unlike hers, this one is in good shape.
それは？
出かける前にポケットに入れっぱなしなのを忘れていてね。
好きな方に贈るプレゼントですね。
She smiles, flipping it around and making me feel kind of bashful.
そのつもりだったんだけど、これでいいのかって悩んでるんだ。
どうしてですか？
友達付き合いが長くてさ、だから全然女の子に送るとか意識せずに選んじゃって。
I mean, this is also something pretty understandable. When you're friends for too long, you kind of don't really know the distance between yourself, right? Or sometimes you don't even want to go past like being friends because it might disrupt the friendship itself if someone if you confess first and turns out that the other person doesn't like you, right?
プレゼントを渡して喜ばすつもりなら、もうちょっと気の利いたものを選んでやればよかったかななんて。
それならきっと大丈夫ですよ。
そうかな。
そうですよ。重要なのは心ですから。きっとどんな品であれ喜んでくれますよ。
I don't know. I mean, if it's something that I really don't like, I probably wouldn't let, would let it show that I don't want it. She squints and smiles as though to encourage me. I can actually feel something courage-like welling up inside me.
そうだよな。少なくとも怒りはしないだろうな。
もちろんです。それに一番の贈り物は思いを告げる言葉でしょうから。
Not sure about that. I'm all about action before words, Reina.
なんてすみません。知ったようなことを言ってしまいまして。
I do feel like words in the real world are very easily used to fool someone rather than being honest.
いや、多分そうなんだろうね。
We sat down so I could hear her out and maybe help her, but I feel like I'm the one being helped here. She might seem weak-natured, but it's mostly due to her lack of confidence. She might actually be a really strong girl at heart.
だったら霧島さんも大丈夫だね。プレゼントをもらって怒るやつはいない。ましてや君みたいな女の子からなら不快に思うはずがないさ。
True enough, if it is actually a pretty girl, then I would be more inclined to accept it even though I might not like the present. But if she showed me the present though, I probably... if I really don't like it, I'll probably give it back.
そうでしょうか。
ああ、断言するよ。もし送られて喜ばないような無粋なやつなら、俺が駆けつけて説教してやる。
Really? Like, who are you, dude? Being very nosy there, Ko.
それに男が苦手とか言ってたけど、ちゃんとこうして俺と話ができてるじゃないか。
She opens her eyes wide in surprise. They're as clear as sapphires.
本当ですね。私なんだか男の人と普通にお話できていますね。
ああ、不思議じゃないさ。男だって人間だ。別に怖がる必要はないさ。
本当にそうですね。ありがとうございます。
Why is she scared of men in the first place anyway? Because of the dad? She closes her eyes and places her hand on her chest as though she just received a precious gift.
本当にありがとうございます。おかげで気持ちが楽になりました。
どういたしまして。俺も話ができてよかったよ。
Having helped each other out, we just smile at one another. But then I see the crushed present once again.
だったらいよいよ弁償しなきゃね。さすがに潰れた箱じゃ渡せないし。
いえ、やっぱりこんな箱じゃダメでしょうか。中身がたとえ無事でも。
いや、大事なのは心だ。気持ちが伝わるなら、君も自分でそう言ってたじゃないか。
そうですよね。では
She suddenly sticks the crushed box in front of me.
お近づきになった記念に受け取ってもらえませんか？クリスマスにはちょっと早いですけれど。
え？俺にそれを？でもいいのかい？これは大切な人への。
すみません。こんな潰れたものなんてやっぱりいりませんよね。
いや、俺でよければありがたく受け取っておくよ。
はい。
She heaves a long sigh, and despite her smile, there are tears in her eyes. It must have taken a whole lot of courage to give this to me.
ありがとう。
I can't let it go to waste.
あのさ、よかったらお返しにこれ受け取ってよ。
I reflexively hand her the present I have.
でもこれは。
いい機会さ。俺もプレゼントを買い直すことにするよ。
It might be rude to give her what's basically useless to me, but it's the best I can do right now.
ありがとうございます。
She accepts it with a full smile, then pushes her cheek against it.
本当に嬉しいです。大切にしますね、コウさん。
大げさだって。
I didn't expect her to be so happy about it. I'm both perplexed and glad I gave it to her. What a good girl. She's beautiful, and there's lots of honesty in her expressions.
いけない。もうこんな時間。
She suddenly says that.
帰るなら途中まで送っていこうか？
いえ、大丈夫です。今日は話を聞いてくださって本当にありがとうございました。
She fixes her posture and politely bows her head.
いや、どういたしまして。
I respond in kind. When I raise my head, I see Kirishima looking back at
そ
me.
れでは失礼します。
年が明けたらまた話をしようよ。うちの寮の連中を紹介するからさ。
I call out to her.
本当にいいのですか？
She turns around.
もちろんさ。大丈夫。うちの連中は気のいい奴らばかりだから。
I'm absolutely sure that everyone in the dorm would get along with this girl.
わかりました。楽しみにしています。
She smiles and walks off while waving at me. Her flowing golden hair is shining in the lights. I wave back at her and watch her until I can't see her anymore.
来年はいい年になりそうだな。
A sudden loud alarm blares through the structure, bringing me back to reality.
なんだ？
ゴートの吸収です。すごい数のシュミクラムがこのアジトに攻撃をかけています。
Probably means I should save because this is gonna be another fight. A moment after she says that, the walls of the jail vanish without a sound.
なんだ？ゴートの攻撃でセキュリティにエラーでも出たのか？
わかりません。しかしチャンスです。
ああ、とりあえず抜け出させてもらおう。
The minion structure is looking like a mess left behind by children's playtime.
第35、52、83エリアにゴート侵入。付近の非戦闘員は直ちに逮捕してください。
For those mechanical orders in the background, simulacrums are running around, while the mere cultists are seeking shelter. Watching the sight, we run while avoiding both the crowds and the battles. Not gonna lie, guys, if this game doesn't have gameplay, I'm all for it. I think I'm kind of burnt out from gameplay, you know, after the past like couple of months or so. After a while of running, we arrive at an empty hallway. But of course, alas, we got gameplay. Search dash cancel. Use the search dash to cancel attacks. Should canceling be possible? Interesting. That's probably pretty good. A drill. Okay, let's take a look at the drill real quick. The drill is after a beam sword. 300 beam sword usage and straight punch usage. So you need to use that at the end? Yeah, it's also at the end, huh? I don't know if these things that are used at the end are very good, to be honest. I also don't like that thing that I bought, the rifle. The rifle kind of sucks. 50 straight, or sorry, 500 straight punches. 140 uppercuts, elbow rush. What was elbow rush again? That one. Haven't really used my elbow rush much. Let's see, sliding kick usage, a bit more. Jumping knee usage. I'm probably still gonna use my current loadout right now. I think that's probably fair. Uppercut usage, and I can get that. This one is elbow rush. Wire drag and something else. Jumping knee. Yeah, it seems the jumping knee actually gives you something pretty good. The Gatling gun, way too expensive. Shotgun. Bazooka, scatter beam. So expensive. Yeah, the uppercut unlocks a lot of shit. Spread bomb usage. I already maxed out my spread bomb, right? But I still haven't... Or maxed out the level, but I still haven't done 1000 yet. Maybe I should still use it. Hand grenade is probably something that I won't use anymore, but maybe. Maybe just a bit more. Search dash. So search dash, I can attack while search dashing? Is that what's going on? I don't like Assault Bardish, by the way, so I'm probably gonna change this into something else. That... I don't know if that's any good. I don't think that's gonna lock on, right? What if I'm really close to it? I feel like Resonance Blades is probably better, still. Low kick is nice. I'm gonna kick sliding kick, straight punch. Handgun? Don't really care too much about handguns, to be honest. This rifle really sucks. I'm probably gonna change it into something else. Maybe let the spread bomb him. The dual machine gun is okay. Beam sword. Yeah, I'm still gonna use the beam sword. Okay. That's the first combo. There we go. Alright then. The gameplay in this game is pretty nice though. I do enjoy it quite a bit. It's just, I'm kind of burnt of gameplay, you know? And you guys can clearly see from how I think and not voice act, I guess, when I give you guys my thoughts, that I do prefer games, or I guess visual novels, that are purely just text. Because I like to think about what the hell is going on with the story, more so than I like gameplay.
ジャミングの効果が弱まっています。外部ネットとの接続回復、情報の検索が可能です。
こっちでも確認した。座標の歪みもほとんどなくなってるな。レイン、ドミニオンのデータベースを探れるか。
はい、データベースルームですね。検索します。
いい機会だ。ドミニオン。あのクソ神父が何を目論んでいるのか洗い出してやる。
注意、敵です。
Where is it? Oh, I didn't get the full combo. Oh, I messed it up again. Where are they? Oh, that was pretty quick. Thank you, Reina.
で、レイン。
はい、座標を特定しました。案内します。
いや、ああ、その前に掃除をしなきゃならないか。へい、はっ、へい、貫いて。切り裂け。誰か。へい、はっ。
Man, yeah, it really sucks when you... my combo really sucks when you just don't connect a hit. Yeah, even the beam sword kinda is a bit lacking, isn't it?
急げよ。
Thank you, Reina.
練習通りです。
へいはっへんへん切り裂け。ほら。へい。
Yeah, it's not enough damage in my combo, really. It's just way too weak. Even though it kind of feels nice juggling them.
片付いたな。追撃はありそうか、レイン。
But maybe it's also just because their levels are kind of low, right? I guess we'll see. I'll keep this for now, just to load out.
注意避けてください。
A familiar simulacrum enters the space. There's a Fenrir symbol on its shoulder.
注意少尉もか。なぜこんな場所でうろうろしている。
少佐、あんたこそどうしてここに。
話は後だ。お前たちも早く脱出した方が身のためだぞ。
I'm curious about what they're planning, but yeah, this doesn't look like we can chat. Gonna save my game?
急ぎましょう。
ああ、わかってる。
I should save below the setup menu, if I can. Oops! I definitely messed up there. Rain, you okay?
貫いて。
へいはっへんへん切り裂け。
計算通りです。
へいはっへんへん切り裂け。
行きます。
へいはっへんへん切り裂け。
Damn shield freaks. Ouch. Damn, they hurt. That only is one unit? Okay, maybe the thing is actually a lot better than the axe, I mean. Yeah, my combo just does way too little damage, isn't it? The combo is just too weak.
計算通り。
やった。
I really wish it was stronger. I mean, I'm doing it pretty correctly now, but yeah, it's pretty weak, the combo that I'm doing.
Rain, どの通路へ進めばいい？
脇道を発見しましたが、電子体用の通路です。助走しなくては入れませんね。それに通路の途中、部屋の中をいくつか突き出なくてはいけないようです。
Probably not a good idea then.
少々危険だけど、やむを得ないか。
But I thought it was a side room. Can we just go to a different room? Well, we endure simulacrums and enter the hatch.
この先がデータベースルームになっているようです。
よし、ここでデータをさらっていくぞ。誰もいないみたいだな。
The large avatar space is covered in consoles and screens.
ドミニオンが研究開発したデータを回収する。俺は出口を見張っている。レインはめぼしいデータを片っ端から引っこ抜いてくれ。
やあ、
Rain connects a neurojack to the terminal. The main screen shows data windows appear and disappear, and some bars filling up.
どうした？
アセンブラに関する情報です。スクリーンに出します。
Rain wordlessly hits a key and opens a window. Assembler version 2.27b. Animator build complete. Creator build complete. Replicator build complete. Animator, creator, replicator. Okay. Commander build complete. Sleep preparation mode on. MAD safety devices deactivated. Plant miniature and body plant type CN2. Link with carrier stable. So assembler is a fix on someone's avatar right now or something?
アニメーター、クリエイター、レプリケーター。これは一体何なんだ？
詳細はわかりませんが、やはりアセンブラはアナンから奪い返されているようですね。
くそ！
Overcome by intense emotion, I punch the console. Assembler is in the hands of a mad cult. If their madness takes over and they release it, it would be pure Armageddon. Animator, creator, replicator. So, considering we know that assembler back then was used to like change pollutions and shit into like areas that's something we can use again. Maybe this is used to create a carbon copy of someone, or maybe take over their avatar or something. I don't know. Guess we'll see.
アセンブラがどこにあるのか調べられないか。
Doesn't seem like the function is the same.
わかりました。今プロテクトを解除します。
頼むぞ。
Nothing I can do in this situation. I'll just have to believe her impressive ability. At this rate, we'll have another great Christmas at best, and the extinction of humankind at worst. A mad cult and assembler is about the worst combo you can think of.
プロテクト解除できました。
でかしたデータを。
おっとそこまでだ。
Am I actually gonna try to kill you this time, Gilbert?
ジルベルト。
わざわざ逃がしてやった甲斐があったな。そこのメス犬は実によく働く。
Give me a sec here. Gilbert catches us off guard and throws Rain aside while keeping me in check. Rain's neurojack is ejected from the console, so he also wants the assembler data, but why? Gilbert goes in and inserts his own.
ジルベルト貴様。
これさえあればもうここにも用はない。
Well, he is just a mercenary right now, so maybe someone wanted the data.
今は見逃してやる。俺の力にお前たち。いや、世界をひれ伏させるその時まではな。
I really don't think that Gilbert is gonna be very, like, relevant to the plot. Like, he's gonna be a grunt for the most part, I think. He doesn't seem all that intelligent to me. He shows the unprotected data and moves. Ah, we're not even gonna... Okay, I guess we're gonna finish him off in a different route.
しまった。
It's my fault for not realizing he was approaching. Shit. Only those who move know where they go. What do we do?
とりあえずデータをこちらでも回収します。
Rain reinserts her neurojack into the console.
ああ頼む。
She disconnects the neurojack. The main screen suddenly becomes all red.
さすがは勝利。あと少し遅かったら脳が焼けていたところだ。
So you let Gilbert take the data, but you didn't let us take the data? Why, Father Gregory? Before I knew it, the priest was with us. No, this was just a hologram. So I guess Gilbert taking the data was also part of his plan. I take deep breaths to hide my anger and talk to him.
一体何の用だ。
別れの挨拶を言いに来た。
He waves his hand and a 3D map of the structure appears before us.
間もなくこの構造体は陥落する。我々はここを放棄して新たな拠点を築かねばならない。
それで。
残念だが、君たちが逃げ切ることはもはや不可能だ。奇跡でも起きる限りはね。
俺を生かしておけば奇跡が起きる。それを見たかったんじゃなかったのか。
死をかけて君と一緒に奇跡が起きるのを待つのも一興。しかし我々には来るべきクリスマスにやらなければならぬ仕事がある。
貴様まさか。
クリスマスが再び灰色に包まれることになろうとは。
Why? I guess assembler is easier. Like, basically assembler is a bio, you know, it's a bio, like, weapon, right? I was thinking about why don't they just take over, like, the people who is able to control the lasers, but I guess that's probably a lot harder to do.
何が狙いだドミニオン。アセンブラで市民を虐殺して生贄にでも捧げるつもりか。
答えはすでに知っているはずだ。
I guess he wants everyone to die so that everyone gets reanimated by the AI? Suddenly, the hologram becomes distorted. The priest covers his chest and vomits a red mass. I then noticed the fist-sized hole in his chest.
ソフィアよ、これは一体。
He mutters that and slowly drops to his knees.
一体何が。
Rain's question is answered by the picture that follows. Gilbert appears from behind a priest, hand cannon in hand.
このクズがお前らのような狂信者になんで雇われてやっていたと思っている。
Oh, he took the data for Dominion? Okay, and he actually went to where the priest was. Gilbert warps his lips into a victorious grin, but a moment later his expression freezes.
少なれしこよ、汝の欲望、汝のおごりを、汝の罪を許そう。
The priest, covered in blood, stands up and embraces Gilbert from behind. It's as if he's actually blessing him.
話せこの化け物。
汝の罪を許そう。なぜならば、そうなぜならば、汝と我は魂の似姿であるゆえに、おお、女神よ、祝福。
So he's actually dead? He dies on Gilbert's shoulders. Kinda weird. We kinda, like struck him before with our simulacrums and he didn't die. Gilbert looks at the priest's body. He then searches his clothes and clicks his tongue.
どこに隠しやがった。
I guess the trigger for assembler? A moment later, sticks his hand in the avatar corpse's wound and takes out something covered in blood.
新車こんなところに隠していたのか。
It looks like a small accessory.
これか。これがそうなのか。
I guess we're actually gonna be dealing with Gilbert this route. Well, he was kind of a grunt anyway, so for a first run, for a first playthrough, and we already deal with him, I'm probably gonna be happy enough. Because Father Gregory was dealt with in this route, I would be kind of unsatisfied. It feels like he has a bigger role than just,
ジグベルト、貴様何を。
今にわかる。今にな。それよりもいいのか。逃げ出さなくても。
注意。
Save my game. A new alarm starts blaring and the hologram before us vanishes.
自爆装置が起動しました。構造体とリアルの拠点数箇所を破壊するつもりのようです。
あの野郎、とんでもない置き土産よ。
Okay, it's not assembler.
解除できるか。
付近に存在するものだけで5つ。起爆までの時間はダメです。明らかに時間が足りません。
We're done for. I feel a chill go down my spine. Not having a choice, we returned the way we came from. Alright. What are you gonna do, Sora/Ku or whatever you are? To my surprise, the path to the exit is shut tight. There's an anchor active, so logging out isn't an option.
コウさん、指示を。
There's nothing that can be done. There's a low rumbling beneath my feet. The first self-destruct device must have blown up already.
注意。
Rain begs me for new orders with a pale expression. I mean, why would I give up at this point? That's stupid. I can't give up here. I promised that I would return with Rain. Why the fuck would I give up? That's such a random option.
急ぎましょう。構造体に大規模な損傷、崩壊が始まっています。
ああ、ならばすでに崩壊した方へ向かい、そこで離脱経路を探す。自爆装置も二度は動作できないだろうからな。
At least I hope it won't. Also, I'm not sure if we have enough time to get there. The situation is desperate. Still, we can't give up.
やあ、行きましょう、コウさん。
She knows that the situation is bad, but she responds with a smile.
制限時間カウンター、そちらに転送します。
Alright, how many... Hopefully there's no tanky units, Rain. But don't worry, at least right now, I feel like my combo is actually pretty good. So even if we do meet with those, like, crazy torpedo guys, We should be fine. Or not torpedo, missile guys.
よしまずは近くの自爆装置の影響範囲から脱出だ。嫌がったな。へい、やった。見えた。へんへん、やった。
練習通りです。
Is there an actual time limit though? I'm not seeing it if there is. Okay, those things die in like one shot. So pretty easy. I just gotta wait for this guy to do his thing. Okay, decent combo, I guess. But yeah, see, it doesn't do a lot of damage, guys. That's the problem I have with it. Ah, fuck. You good? Fuck! Stop that. Well, it's a one shot on those guys. Not doing the surge combo there, or surge dash, weird. Okay, I'll just like... Rain, where you at? Ah, those things die pretty quickly. Oh, there's those missile guys. Where is it? Rain, where the fuck are you? Oh, that's Rain. Okay. That's actually her, yeah. Okay, that thing's destroyed. Wait, what's going on? Time limit? Oh my god, did I fail? Oh my god, so it's 2 minutes. I quickly throw Rain's unit to the ground and lie on top of it. Oh shit, my battery or my controller is almost dead. It probably won't do anything, but I can't just do nothing. Okay, maybe this is how it's supposed to be?
だけど、誰より大事な相手と一緒に死ねるというなら、それでもいいのかもしれないな。
I hear her gasp and fall silent. It stopped. In response to her voice, I opened my eyes. The timer at the edge of my vision doesn't go past 0?
なんだこりゃ。
Doesn't go past 0? What do you mean? The timer isn't working properly. It stopped right on the time limit.
バグか？
いえ、そうとは思えません。タイマーに依存する機能は正常通り動作しています。
I checked the timer in my brain and it seems to work properly.
信じられないことですが、構造体とその設備だけ時間が止まってしまっているようです。
そんなの不可能だ。どんな腕のいいハッカーだってそんな無茶はできっこない。
Clearly, this is the miracle that the priest was talking about. By setting limits on the AI's processing power, you could control the time experience in cyberspace. But in that case, the cyberspace would be affected too. Even if it was localized control of experienced time, avatars are linked to real bodies, and the gap in time could be fatal. That's why it's impossible to stop the surroundings while leaving us as we are. It goes against cyberspace's consistency.
何が起きているのかわからないが、脱出するなら今がチャンスだな。
That's what I'm saying, Code. This is why AI that has a preferential treatment to something is not good. It doesn't care about consistency if it, if it doesn't follow the rules.
急ぎましょう。
We stand up and run to the frozen structure. Wow, even all of the viruses. There are frozen viruses here and there.
ウイルスも動きを止めているな。
So, are we the only ones that are able to move? Because we're, This is basically, you know, an AI is the main right now, right? An AI is taking direct control over this space. And we're the only two characters that can have the privilege or, you know, access to be able to move. I understand what's going on.
ええ。
I try shooting at one of them, but it doesn't react. Once I zoom in, I see the bullet frozen in the moment it touches the virus. Yeah, so they're all stopped. I see how it is.
まるで魔法だな。
白兵戦装備で試さなくて幸いでした。
Yeah, maybe it stops once we actually touch them. What the hell? It's a phenomenon that affects the entire structure. Did the AI go insane? I'm so mad at Ko. He's so dumb. Why is he so dumb? And why am I actually... I actually feel like I'm so much smarter than Ko. God damn it. This isn't how it's supposed to be. I don't live in your world, Ko. But why are you so stupid?
なんだありゃ。
Rain and I cancel and look up at the sky. I feel so... Being smarter than Ko doesn't make me happy, by the way, guys. I actually feel frustrated the fact that Ko is so stupid. There's a large hole above the structure. Though maybe hole isn't the right word for it. The black maw is falling into an impossible direction as though bending the very space around it. Just looking at it is making my head turn.
まるでブラックホールだな。
マインドハックの時に見るアクセスポイントの情景に似ていますね。
It really does. What exactly is this hole connected
無
to?
事だったようだな。注意。
I turn and see a few Fenrir members looking up at the sky.
少佐こそ無事だったのか。
Fenrir? Are they after a assembler too? I want to ask, but I'm more curious about the phenomenon before me.
我々もさっさと撤退したいところだが、こんな珍しいものを見られるとは思わなくてな。構造体を覆う不可解なロジックの停止。そして、容易に視認できるほどの空間の歪み。
少佐はこの構造体に起きている現象に何か心当たりが。
心当たりはないが、そうだな。推測はできる。
Yeah, exactly, Shizzle. Ko should at least be able to understand what's going on.
仮想空間は AI により具現化されている。それがこのように歪曲されているのだとすれば、もしかしたら AI が AI 自身の意思で仮想空間に何かとんでもない処理を行っているのかもしれん。
Thank you. I guess you're explaining this to Ko because he's so dumb. Well, I guess, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the terms or a lot of the things that are happening in this game is very easily recognizable to me because I'm a gamer, right? And I don't know, it just seems very easy to understand what's going on, but maybe for the average non-gamer or something like this would be quite difficult to comprehend. That's why they're having Shizzle actually explain this instead of Ko just knowing what's going on.
もしくは
She turns to the tough-looking man at her side. It's the Native American-looking guy I met on the battlefield once.
何か強い力が AI に干渉している。
With an unchanging expression, he talks in his deep voice. Then he just looks back at me. He's the quiet type. That's what his appearance tells me anyway.
こんなものを見てしまうと、反 AI 派が AI が暴走していると騒ぎ立てるのも否定はできないな。
Mm-hmm. With those words as their last, they log out.
さて、俺たちも離脱しよう。
So the anchor is gone.
ドミニオンの連中もドレクソラー機関をかくまっているとはいえ、神父が死んだんじゃこれ以上大したことはできないだろう。ジルベルトの行方は気になるところだが、あいつにしたところで当分は復讐に燃えるドミニオンの追撃をかわすので精一杯だろうさ。とりあえず俺たちが追っていたアセンブラの一件については振り出しに戻った感じだな。レイン、
注意。いえ、コウさん。
どうしたレイン。
ここまで無我夢中で逃げてきて言い忘れていたことがあります。
Hello, I'm back. Sorry about that. There was a loud noise just outside of my house, so I had to pause the recording real quick. But I think we're gonna probably end the episode once we, finish up on some of these scenes. Maybe after the scene, we'll see. It is almost 2 hours after all.
なんだ話なら離脱した後で聞くよ。
私の過去の夢のことです。
夢？ああ、レインの昔の夢、俺も見たさ。夢を共有できて、おかげでレインのことがよくわかったよ。
And it reminded me that I met her in my school years. We exchanged presents and...
違う！何も分かってなどいません！
どうした？
あなたは、コウさんは、私がどれだけひどいことをしたか、何も知らないんです。
And I'm back once again. I hope you guys don't hear it, but as soon as I thought that guy was done, if you guys don't know, there's like a guy with a speaker that's singing karaoke outside of my house. And he's staying there, god damn it. Usually these type of people would run, walk around trying to make people pay them to leave, right? But this guy is for some reason staying in front of my house. So hopefully you guys don't hear him when I'm using my mic right now. Her lips are shaking as though she's holding back intense emotion.
私がソラさんにしてしまったことを。
レインが空にだって？一体何のことだ？
私、このまま隠し続けておくことはできません。
詳しく話してくれ。どんな内容でも絶対聞いてやる。だから本当のことを言ってくれ。
If it's a flashback, I'm probably gonna call it an episode.
まずは落ち着こうな。俺が受け止めてやるから。
はい。
After stabilizing her breathing, she slowly begins talking about what happened after the dream.
私が報酬を休みがちになって青州学園に来ていることを嗅ぎつけたジルベルトはそれを父に密告したのです。
あいつとことんクズ野郎だな。
父は私に怒りを抱いて故郷であるミッドスパイアに呼び戻そうとしてまたあの閉鎖空間に戻される。親友のソラさんやコウさんに会えなくなる。それなのに私は父と対決する勇気がなくて。
Okay, I think he actually left. God, I don't know why he was just, lounging there in front of my house. I mean, it wasn't that loud though, so hopefully you guys didn't hear it. But it was loud enough that, it was kind of distracting me.
そんな私を見かねてソラさんが力を貸してくれたんです。でもそこで私は見てしまった。レイン！
Oh god, another flashback. Fine.
ソラさん。調べはついたわ。あなたのお父様、クリスマス前日にドレクスラー家まで視察に行くみたい。ドレクスラー家？ドレクスラー機関の研究所ですか？
She is such a busybody.
あそこにはちょっとしたつてがあるの。だからそこで話をつけてあげる。
Who's the connection you have there?
ありがとう、ソラさん。大丈夫。私に策があるから任せて。多分だけど、あなたのお父様を説得する自信があるの。
Really, this kid is, crazy. Delusional, in fact.
だから、説得したら、お父様と腹を割って話すこと。約束だよ。はい。大丈夫。あなたのお父様はちょっと頑固だったりもするけれど決して悪い人じゃないんだから。ごめんなさい。せっかくのクリスマスなのに。いいからこの説得こそ私からあなたへのクリスマスプレゼントなんだから。
Fine, she went there to, try to make up with your dad or something. But how come the dad isn't dead and she's dead? That doesn't make sense. Did the dad cancel?
心の底から私のことを心配してくれ、私に微笑みかけてきてくれるそうです。なぜその首元に。ソラさん、そのペンダント。ちょっとね。私がコウさんにあげたはずの銀のペンダントが輝いているの。
And she didn't say anything to Rain. This is why I feel like Sora is such an awful person, really.
レイン。
Her body is shaking slightly.
ショックでした。ソラさんの思いには薄々気づいていたけれど、私はその時はっきり分かったのです。ソラさんとコウさんのこと。
I mean, she was also not being very truthful to you, even though you had suspicions.
それは。
Right. Back then, after parting with Rain, I met Sora. God, these flashbacks are awful, guys, I'm telling you. These are awful. I've always wanted to try talking to that girl. She ended up being unexpectedly honest, and I'm completely sure we could become good friends. My thought is cut short by my sneeze.
寒っ。早く帰ろう。
It should be dinner now, and I feel I'll catch a cold if I just stand here. Like, I feel like Sora, the only way she could have redeemed herself is the fact that, you know, she's truthful to Rain. If you like him too, then just say so. Then we'll have a sportsmanship like relationship searching thing or duel thing. But maybe this is something that girls, you know, do that guys, well, some guys I guess also do this. They backstab people. But isn't that what it is though? Like, Sora is basically backstabbing Rain's feelings, right? I take a decent step forward and start running. Wait, why did I come here in the first place? As I try to turn the corner again, I run into someone once more.
ちょっと気をつけなさいよ。
それはお互い様。
I stand up and notice that it's Sora sitting on the ground.
なんだ、空だったのか。
God, I don't like
お前
you.
一体どうしてこんなところへ。
I cut my question short. Sora's holding something. Is that the letter that was on the multi-layered box? Well, whatever it is, she just hid it behind her back.
ご飯ができたから呼びに来てあげただけ。
That excuse doesn't work between us second gens, but I don't even feel like saying it. I mean, she quickly rushed over here with that letter in hand. Does that mean that she really was the one behind the lunchbox? The idea is making my heart beat fast. Sora fearfully looks down. I follow her gaze and see the box I got from Kirishima lying under Sora's foot.
ああ、こら、空。
Sora jumps away and picks up the ruined box. Due to all the damage, I can see a silver chain peeking out of it. On the tip, there's a shining, crystalline ball with a silver dial-like cube.
ペンダントだね、これ。
みたいだな。
本当にごめんなさい。弁償するってそれだけじゃ済まないだろうけど。
もういいよ。そんなに気にしなくても。
気にするよ。それ誰かへのプレゼントだったんでしょ？
Every time I see an interaction with Sora, I just don't feel comfortable. Ugh.
違う。これは。
隠さなくてもいいよ。箱にリボンが巻いてあったし、声のプレゼントにしては変だし。
確かにこんなペンダント、俺には似合わないだろうな。
But Kirishima was trying to give it to a guy, right? I guess he has a light build that goes well with accessories like this.
気にするな。もういいから、そんな顔するなよ。
そんな、気にするよ。それにこれ高かったんじゃないの？
Sora apologetically looks at the silver pendant. I find it really hard to say that I got it from a girl.
でも、こんなのいつ買ったの？一緒に買いに行った時はこんなものを。
She suddenly gasps. I have a bad feeling about this. Is she badly misunderstanding the
おい
situation?、
あのな。
Too late. Her eyes are all watery, and she's looking at me with a serious
ま
face.
さか、これ私に？
それは。
I'd like to say no, but there's the fact that I just gave my present for Sora to Kirishima. And I can't say no to a face like this. Sure, whatever you say, dude.
欲しいならやる。
That's why I say something that's neither a lie nor has too much emotion.
ありがとう、
God, she's so full of herself. Despite that, Sora forms a beautiful
あ
smile.
あ、バカだな、私。
Now there are actual tears in her eyes.
当日これを渡されたら、きっとこの何倍も嬉しかったのにな。私、本当にドジで困っちゃうよね。
I just don't know what to do now. Looking at her current face makes my chest tighten so bad it hurts. Come on, Sora, you're making my experience of this game, you know, not as pleasurable because I have to interact with you.
でも、みんなの前じゃなくてよかった。
As she wears the brightest smile, tears start going down her cheeks. Sora then walks up to me and takes my hand as if inviting me for a dance.
ありがとう、嬉しいよ、
おい、大げさだってそら。
だって嬉しいんだから。嬉しい時は素直に喜ばなくちゃだよね。
Yeah, whatever. Why is she so moved by this? Though if this makes her that happy, maybe there's no need to clear up the misunderstanding. Kirishima would understand, I'm sure. She might even give me her blessing if I told her the reason.
本当にありがとう、私もプレゼントを買ってあるから当日は期待して待っててね。
She beams the brightest smile. Do I really even need to see that scene? I don't think so. Back then, I didn't realize that I was the one Kirishima, Rain, was trying to give a present to. And so I gave that pendant to Sora.
レイン、違う。あれは。
I try to argue but find no words. Can I really say that she's wrong? I kinda just gave it to her on a whim, but I remember being really happy about it. And I was looking forward to Christmas so I could open the presents Sora had prepared for me.
私は知っていたんです。それなのに、私はソラさんからあなたを奪った。
You clearly liked us first. I know that, you know, when it comes to romance, it doesn't matter who likes who first, but you guys clearly weren't being honest with each other. Sora more so than you, Rain. You were already honest in the first time. This drama bullshit is fucking making me not enjoy this. I hate drama, garbage, romance bullshit like this.
ソラさんは灰色のクリスマス当日、私のためにドレクスラー研究所に行ったのです。
You know what? I'm happy that she's dead, Rain. I don't have to interact with her, but I know for a fact that she might be coming back, so at the very least, I'm gonna enjoy not having to interact with Sora for, you know, quite a while.
そしてそこで事故に巻き込まれた。私がソラさんを殺したんです。
Whatever you say, Rain, this is the exact same, you know, dilemma you had with your mom. She was clearly the one that made the choice. She wanted to do so, and yet you blame yourself.
なのに、私はソラさんが死んだのをいいことに、あなたのそばに居続けて。
This is true, though. You never actually told anyone or told me about it, and you kind of took advantage of the situation, true. Rain felt that Sora's death was her fault, and the weight of this sin terrified her. She thought that even being with me was a sin. What do I think of it, though? In a way, Rain did play a part in her death. Knowing that, I hug her tight as if to never let go. It was strange how little my heart was affected. I just wanted to embrace her.
私、やっぱりあなたのそばにいてはいけなかったのかもしれません。
Probably. Her shaking of baits as she whispers.
レインがいなかったら、俺はとっくにくたばってる。
We don't know, but maybe.
でも、職務を超えて個人的な恋愛感情を抱いたりするなんて、そんなのいけなかったんです。
恋人になっちゃいけないなんて、一体誰が決めたって言うんだよ。
God, this romance drama garbage is so pissing me off. Ugh. Give me back the sci-fi story again.
私です。私が誓ったんです。私はただソラさんのためにコウさんを守る。そのためだけにコウさんのそばにいると誓ったんです。ただそれだけの存在しか許されてはいないんです。
Not doing a good job though, Rain.
そんな誓い捨てちまえよ。どうしてレインがそこまで思い詰めなくちゃいけないんだよ。
そうでなければ私は自分を許せない。
Yeah, fair enough.
それにあなたは知らない、忘れているんです。私あの後クリスマスの日にもあなたに会って、それから
I can't bear this. Words aren't enough for Rain to understand it. Ugh. That's why I grab her by her shoulders and close her mouth with my own lips. Her eyes are open wide and her body is lightly shaking yet again. She slowly closes her eyes and starts crying. Her shaking body turns limp. I'm just gonna finish this scene because this is frustrating. This scene right here. The romance in this game sucks dick. But then again, I'm not one for romance, guys. I'm not one for romance, especially when the romance is about drama bullshit. As if giving in, she now pushes her heated lips on mine. We kissed for a long time, and finally...
これからも一緒だ。
Oh, sorry about that.
本当にいいのですか？
I give her a slow but certain nod.
はい。あなたがそう望むなら。
We exchange another heated kiss. I think after we log out, there's probably gonna be an H scene. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I'm definitely not voice acting the H scene. Ugh. While kissing, we look at each other's eyes. It looks like she's pleading for something. We embrace each other tightly and initiate the logout process. Okay, memories end. Okay, that was actually the perfect time for me to call it an episode then. Because this is gonna be where I call it an episode right here. Autosave. Oops. It goes to 100. Okay, I see. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I certainly enjoyed the intense segment. The romance, as I said, guys, I'm not a romance person. And romance to this degree, especially with characters that are very, very... What do you call it? Like, unbearable for me. Like, people who are not honest with themselves, people who are tsunderes. They're just fucking frustrating. The overall story is very amazing. I like it. It makes me think a lot. And, you know, trying to understand what the hell is going on with the story and the limits of the world building is really interesting to me. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. Though nothing's uncensored really. But next episode, we might actually get an H scene, so we'll see. And also for people on YouTube that aren't on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member because that's going to be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. Okay, I'm going to go get some food, guys. Or just, like I said, I'm going to air fry the KFC I got downstairs. See ya.